Good morning guys, my name's Mark from Crypto Collective. I'm going to be running you through this morning's technical breakdown. It is the 27th of April and it's 8:48 here in the UK. Apologies for no content over the last few days. Personal issues got in the way and I apologize for that, but we are back and we are bringing you the latest technical news. Let's follow on from where we left off. So it was probably about 8 days ago when we had the Asian sell-off through Bitcoin, which gave us a $9,000 sell-off in an hour. Now, like I said back then, there was narratives that were being put to the reason for this, whether it was the US Treasury and potential money laundering accusations against institutions, whether it was a whale selling 9,000 Bitcoin, which is probably the more likely outcome, or it was the hash rate in China. So there was so many different sort of narratives that were being put towards. However, forget the narrative, we've got to look at the picture and what are the charts showing us. So essentially we've forecasted a potential drop down in towards the 48,000, maybe even towards 42, but we were looking for around 45, 48, and then a push up towards 60, 62 to then maybe see that deeper correction to 42. Now remember, if price gets into the 62 barrier, it could just keep going, but this is going to be an area that we'll be looking to reduce exposure on a lot of the altcoins because we are expecting a deeper correction at some point towards the third quarter of this year before we then potentially have that final blast off for this year. So we are looking very bullish now on crypto for the short term anyway. Now hopefully some of you will have taken advantage of some of the trade calls or ideas that we put out there. So Ethereum, when we showed you this one, it was coming back down, and if we drop down, you can see price came up into a structure where we highlighted it would be a great time to be taking profits. Plus we said we want to wait for a correction, maybe back to 2000. Unfortunately price never came back to 2000. All it did was come back to basically 2100, and then we saw the market push up, create a high, higher low, and then it consolidated and didn't really give the opportunity on a pullback through here. And this period through here, let's just pull it in the drawing tool. We can see that price pushed, created a new high, and then had a little sell-off and went again. So hopefully those that trade crypto in a slightly different manner in terms of stop management. So my background is currency trading, but with crypto I trade it slightly differently. If you believe that a market is fundamentally sound and you don't want to get taken out with the short-term crypto swings, you need to give yourself a substantial or flexible stop in place. So always find key structural points to get your stops behind, and then once it creates new highs, then you can move your stop underneath swings. So Ethereum is breaking and potentially going to push onto new highs again. If we see Ethereum pushing onto new highs, we do feel that potentially Ethereum could be the crypto that is going to lead the way in terms of capital appreciation over coming weeks and months. Moving on to XRP. Now XRP has finally done what we were looking for, which is we wanted to see price break this descending trend line. So now what we've got is we've got a bottom formed at 97.50, we've seen a new high formed, and we've seen price break through the descending trend line. So entry opportunities would be if price was to come back towards 1.2 in this region, and then you can look and set targets of 1.9, and then depending on your longer term projections for XRP, as we know there are some crazy expectations out there from some people, depending where that is and where you fit, you trade accordingly to that. But we would be putting our first targets in and around that previous highs of 1.86. Going to look at VeChain, because VeChain is also another market that interests me. Now we did see price have a huge sell-off during this period. It came down to 0.12, and since then we've nearly doubled in price. We've had about since price sold off to 1.13, we've probably had a 70% gain in price. Let's just measure that just so you can see from that to here. Yeah, 60% gain in price. Now as you can see, we've come into a key technical level, 0.2. We've also broken the corrective trend line here, the descending trend line. All we need to see now is price give a new high, and then we can look for 0.2 as an entry technique, and with 0.26 as first take profits, and then looking for that extended continuation. Now, in terms of VeChain, this is a market that I believe in personally, not just from a technical perspective, but from a fundamental perspective. So this is one that I'm looking to build a portfolio and build a position size on. But remember, when you are building positions, you always have to take profits. If you're not taking profits, it's just theoretical profits. So have that in mind, how you want to break that down, how you want to structure your trade, and then potentially how you're going to start reducing or taking profits along the way. This should all be clear pre taking a trade. Alright guys, well that's our quick short update for 27th of April. If you do have any questions or any charts you would like us to look at over the coming days, weeks or months, please drop it in the comment section, and always remember that here at Crypto Collective we are not financial advisors. We are a team of crypto enthusiasts that want to bring you fundamental analysis and technical analysis that's going to help you make educated decisions on your crypto purchases. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye.